is delivering a monodrama from the Advanced Communication Series, Interpretive Reading Speeches. The title of the speech is The Hero of Penelope and the Butcher of Hera. It is the story of a war hero in a future space war who is about to be executed. What makes a hero? What makes a villain? Do we choose our destiny, or is it chosen for us? Sometimes doing everything wrong is right, and doing everything right is very, very wrong. The speech is 5 to 7 minutes. Rodney?
Today's the day, huh? Yeah, you lose all track of time in here. I guess they had to wait for the treaties to be prepared. How many worlds do you think I'll be watching today, Sergeant? It's not every day they execute a war hero. Oh, I know. They've stripped me of my medals and my commendations. You can't just kill the hero of the Battle of Penelope and the holder of the Order of the Planets and the Stars. You've heard the charges, I assume. Battle of Hera. Dereliction of duty. Insubordination. Cowardice. Unnecessary violence, as if there's an acceptable level. Kill the buggers, just not too many of them. Hera and Penelope, they always said women would be the death of me. You ever been on a drop, Sergeant? Aphrodite, I heard that was rough. Oh, Hera was worse. Thing is, though, Hera and Penelope weren't all that different. Never heard the story? I'll tell it to you. I'll tell you the truth, I'm probably the only one who can. Even those idiots at the commendation committee, they didn't know the truth. The truth is, Penelope was a screw-up. But the thing is, screw up badly enough, and they'll give you a medal for it. We came in late. Buggers opened up on us almost before we hit the atmosphere. When you come out of those drop ships in your steel coffins, you can't see anything, but we could hear and especially feel the guns. So did what anybody would do. We junked the flight plan. We started juking all over the sky. I landed about 15 clicks on the wrong side of the city. My men were scattered all over God's half acre. That's if God's half acre was 500 square miles. The rally point was between me and the objective, so I headed for that, picking up men as I went. We hit their first patrol just as we hit the outskirts of the city. Or I should say they hit us. Projectile weapons, energy weapons. We went to ground, started returning fire. You know, our blaze rifles cut right through them. Yeah, of course you would know. Thing was, for everyone we cut down, 5 more took its place. We were in danger of being overrun. Have you ever seen them capture a prisoner, Sergeant? Be glad you haven't. They literally will tear you limb from limb. I'm not ashamed to say I was starting to feel a little bit of panic. We were pinned down, we were outnumbered, and they were coming for us. Fall back. Fall back to where? The planet was theirs. The pickup point and the rally point were only ways off of that hellhole. So I figured that any death was better than being ripped to pieces, so I called in an orbital land strike. Yeah, they mentioned that in the commendation. Called it in on my own position. Thing is, though, I didn't. I screwed up. I tried to call it in for the city. The Lance killed more of my men than the buggers did that day. But hey, I'm the hero, right? Turn the tide, save the day. See, the war wasn't going very well, and they needed a hero to boost morale, and I was their guy. And it worked. I mean, we turned the tide. We, planet by planet, system by system, we took back almost all of the territory that they'd captured. And the buggers sued for peace. Oh, we kept a few engagements going, just to let them know that we were willing to re-engage if necessary. Mop-up duty, really. Thing is, though, a trooper can die just as quick on mop-up duty. In one of those bugger worlds, if your helmet cracks, that foul air will cook you in your suit just as quick. It was on Hera. The drop went fine. We were making good progress towards the rally point when it happened. We hit one of those nondescript mounds that they call buildings, and suddenly we were in the fight of our lives. And these were crack troops too, the buggers, I mean, hardened armor, heavy weapons. I formed a perimeter, but it wasn't going to hold. So I called in an orbital land strike. Oh, this time the targeting was spot on. We started taking out their buildings one by one. Dust was everywhere. Bodies of buggers and troopers broke their lines. We scrambled through, shooting anything that would move. Turned the tide. Saved the day. It was only later that we realized we'd hit some sort of hospital. That whole complex was a nursery. Put the whole peace process at risk. The buggers were ready to walk out. We had to give them something. The butcher of Hera, that's what they're calling me. I'm the sacrificial lamb to save the peace. Saved the war, and now I'm saving the peace. Guess that's what happens when you let the politicians take over running the war instead of the generals. Anyway, that's the story. Guess we'd better get on with it. They say the treaties will be signed right after it's over. Try to never be a hero, Sergeant. You're only good to them when you're dead. Whatever you do, stay away from those Greek goddesses.